Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome back to the Football Chat, where today we're here to discuss the current Tottenham, the current Tottenham rebuild, I guess, that is now underway under the reign of Paritici at Tottenham Hotspur. For those who don't know, Tottenham, as of recording this, have confirmed 2 signings. Another third one is...
Well, any of them... I think one of them's actually confirmed.
Bryan Gil's confirmed, and Gollini is also confirmed. So
is it confirmed?
That is confirmed.
Here we go. No.
Yeah, that is confirmed. And then, obviously, Romero as well. Isn't it here we go?
Close.
But it's close. The personal terms are done.
No one else is in
it's
for
just
him.
the clubs.
And I don't see the deal breaking down unless there's some kind of problem with the medical, but that's very rare. I think
and obviously
only
the price
instances Nabil Fekir was the last one I can remember to Liverpool. That was a very interesting saga.
But on that note, let's get into it then. So we'll start off. We'll go with basically the transfers, and then we'll obviously discuss Romero in a bit more detail as well, because that one's an interesting one, especially the price that they're wanting Tottenham to pay. So I mean we're now going to go over the Fabio Romero tweet. He says, 1 week later, official and confirmed. Here we go. Bryan Gil joins Tottenham Hotspur on a permanent deal from Sevilla, contract until 2026, June 2026.
So obviously, it was a swap deal with Lamela. What do you think about him leaving?
I was gonna get into that. Yeah, Eric Lamela will join Sevilla on a permanent deal, and then another 25 million euros to Sevilla as part of the negotiation. And so here we go. So I think Lamela. I think. He plays with passion. I don't think that's anything you can debate. He plays with a lot of passion. He does. He goes out there and he gives his best. But I'm not crying over him leaving. Putting it like that, I'm not too upset by him leaving. I know a lot of Tottenham fans are celebrating it. In fact, we've had him for a while now.
I think it's very fair to celebrate him.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to celebrate him leaving either.
He was signed as part of the Bale.
Yes, that's the thing. So obviously, Bale with the Bale money, we signed Lamela. Obviously, didn't the skill difference between the two players is big. But
a great trade-off. But he did bring up some brilliant moments. That
Lamela, the Rabona, a couple of Rabonas he's done. He's done the goal against Arsenal. He did the one in the Europa League where he Rabona'd it from outside the box as well. Many great moments with Eric Lamela, and as I said, he always played with passion. That's one big thing that you could always rely on. I mean, the Battle of the Bridge, for example, he was one of the big...
Fantastic.
He was one of the people that that really fueled it, I guess.
Imagine if we get something on the Battle of the Bridge on Tips. That would be amazing.
Absolute scenes. The Battle of the Bridge moves to this studio, just punches the road.
We can stick that in the title. Battle of the Bridge in TFC studio, punches through.
I think Lamela leaving, I'm not too upset by it. I think... No. He is. I think the big thing about this rebuild that we're currently underway with is getting rid of dead wood, and I do feel like Lamela is
young,
dead
talented
wood.
players.
Yes,
Bryan Gil, relatively unknown, not too much legal experience. Did play a bit in their Europa League run last year, but champion. Was it? I can't remember. But he could be like Son came into Tottenham, was fantastic from Hamburg. But he could also be what Lamela has been and kind of not really realised the potential that he had. So it'd be interesting to watch.
I think a big thing with Lamela, I mean, I know it's really random, but I'll quickly mention it. I think when Lamela came in, we thought he was going to be this really silky winger, going down the wing. Really, really good.
To be fair, exactly what people think Bryan Gil.
But Lamela kind of come in and he turned into a more physical player. He changed his whole entire play style. When we wanted that old, but we wanted that old silky winger coming in.
Almost to survive in the English game, you do need to be a lot more physical than silky, because I don't think a 2008 Ronaldo would. I mean, he was special because he could use his skills in such a way, but. Since then, any other silky young wingers have come in and tried to be too big-headed, they just get knocked off the ball. It takes a player of a Ronaldo.
I think with the big thing with Lamela, though, I think he went a bit over. It was more kind of like he was known as a physical player than. He can be physical if he needs to. He was more. He was physical.
He did too much, but then you see people like Son. He adapted his game fantastically.
Yeah, and that is really, as you said, he could be that Son type of player. And I'm really hoping he has the potential, and I'm really hoping he uses that potential, and he gels, comes in, and hopefully performs.
Bryan Gil, I believe, plays more on the left-hand side, whereas Romero obviously plays more on the right. You've already got Son on the left-hand side. It almost looks like a kind of Son replacement if Son was to leave. Obviously, it has now.
Yeah, obviously it has.
Deal,
he signed a contract. I would say he could play on the right though, and the same as Son could play up front, which could mean that Kane is leaving. And then Son would play up front, meaning... I wouldn't
back Son as your starting striker for the full
I wouldn't play him up front, but I don't know. I think
you haven't got any other options after Kane leaves and you don't have enough time to replace and you don't want to spend money.
I guess maybe that's the theory, because maybe he knows that Bryan Gil can play on the right, but if he needs to play on the left as well, he can. I think that would be... That flexibility is crucial. So... I think Bryan Gil, in summary, as a Spurs fan, I'm very excited to see him come in. We don't get these exciting transfers much as a Tottenham fan, with obviously Steve Hinchin coming from
Ndombele, but he hasn't really realised his potential just yet. He's been solid at times, but
obviously our old footballing director, he's gone now, and I don't think he didn't really do them exciting transfers really, except from Ndombele, which obviously was... he's yet to really show his full potential, I feel like. But Bryan Gil coming to Tottenham, I'm very happy about it, and hopefully he shows off that potential. Moving on to the second deal, if you are ready to go on to the second deal.
I was just going to mention, I'm not too thingy either about the Tottenham manager. Obviously, Nuno, Esperito, Santo. It's very much whether you get that last season at Wolves Santo or the season before at Wolves Santo.
I think the big thing with Nuno is I do think he's pretty flexible as a manager.
Yeah, he's a good manager.
So I listen. As a fan, when a manager joins the club, you have to get behind that manager. No matter who it is, you have to get behind that manager. And you know what? I believe in Nuno. I think Nuno has that quality, and I really hope that he can adapt and use that quality.
Tuchel. When Tuchel was first rumoured, I wasn't too sure about him because I was much more keen on someone like Allegri coming in, a known winner. Obviously, Tuchel's still a known winner, but not quite of the same calibre. But obviously, Tuchel's come in and completely changed my mind on that one.
Exactly. Yeah, you've got to get behind the manager. And as a Spurs fan, I'm happy to see Nuno here. I think, there wasn't many manager options, though, was there? And obviously, the ones that had,
Conte obviously rejected you.
Conte. I still don't think Conte to Tottenham wouldn't have been good for Spurs. I think that would have. No. I don't think Levy knew what he's getting himself into.
I would have hated it because I love Conte's 2016 and 2017 seasons.
Yeah, I don't think it would have been a good idea. I think it wouldn't. I think Conte to Spurs would not have been a good idea. I don't think it would have worked at all. But on any level, for any player, I don't think it would have worked. So on that note, let's move on to the second confirmed signing from Tottenham Hotspur, official and confirmed. Gollini joins. 2022? So it's a loan, but the option to buy, potential obligation to buy. In case he reaches 20 caps. I want to say 50 million euros.
So if you place 20 times, you get 15 mil option to buy. I don't think he'll reach 20 appearances though.
I was going to say, it also says here that Al-Dahal also has made a proposal for Toby Alderweireld. Since then, it has been confirmed that Toby Alderweireld has left. Yeah. Well, Tottenham haven't confirmed it. We've seen him in the scarf, I think it was.
That would imply that you are signing the third target we're going to discuss, Cristian Romero.
Yes. We'll transition to that in a minute. I was just going to quickly say, you don't think that Gollini's going to get them 20 caps? My only worry is that Lloris could leave.
Yeah, there's a strong chance he will.
There is rumours that Lloris might want to leave. I've also heard rumours that apparently Nuno... I've heard also that Nuno apparently doesn't want... Nuno doesn't want Lloris at the club. And I've heard them rumours, but I don't know how real they are. They're certainly not from Fabrizio, so I'm not going to believe them. But they could be true. I could see maybe Lloris leaving and Gollini becoming my top...
I'm sure about Hugo Lloris.
I think the issue is that...
Obviously, he's a World Cup winner, so he's not.
Some people overrate him, some people underrate him. I feel like some people say that he's
certainly not a bad
little bit,
but I do think he's not like top 4 quality.
I'm not sure. I don't know because he's gone. I think he's a very good keeper. And he's been a great servant of the club.
2018 before 2018 kind of range. They almost won it, especially 2016. He was a good keeper, but I think for the last few years he has been a bit past it.
I don't know.
Like the last season.
I would beg to differ.
Really
I think
struggled.
last season everyone struggled. So
yeah, it was clearly a Tottenham struggle quite a bit, but then still you had players like Kane and Son, who
both thriving in that squad, but
were fantastic. But
I'm not sure. I think Lloris will have to leave at one point or another in the next couple of years because he is getting on. So
now?
Yeah, he's getting on, and he's going to leave in the next couple of years.
Too old for a keeper, but he's still a bit.
I think he's getting on, and I could see him leaving either this season or next season. If Lloris was to leave, Gollini, don't know that much about him, so I don't know whether I could back him as the main keeper, but he would be the best keeper in our squad. So
yeah,
I guess maybe that's the idea. But yeah, moving on then to the final transfer. We don't want to be here for too long. We don't want to keep you for too long, but let's move on then to the final transfer.
That Tottenham don't go for Keylor Navas. Because he's clear, like they've signed Donnarumma now, PSG. So Navas is now a second choice keeper, and he's still fantastic.
And there's no way that he can be a second choice.
He doesn't want to. He does not want to be. That's the reason he left Real Madrid. He didn't want to be second choice. He's now second choice at PSG. He's going to be looking at clubs.
He's going to be looking at options.
No one seems to be interested. Arsenal are chasing Ramsdale for 30 mil rather than going and getting Navas.
But Navas is very... There's mixed, isn't there? There's mixed opinions on Navas. So
I really rate Navas. I think he's sorely underrated by lots of people. He's won so much over his career, and he just keeps getting discarded by clubs. As
you just said, obviously the second choice. That's why he left. Second choice again. He probably will leave.
He was doing fantastic, and then he just gets booted out for a younger.
For Courtois, wasn't it?
More flashy signing, Courtois and now obviously Donnarumma. So
I didn't really see the need for that try, but let's move on then. Let's stick to the topic then of Tottenham signings. The final one, then Romero. I'll quickly read out the Fabrizio Romano tweet again because, as we said last video, and we'll say it again, he's a great. He is the. Romano. He is, you gotta love Romano. He's the person that I always rely on for that confirmation that the rumour is true. So, talks ongoing between Atalanta and Tottenham for Cristian Romero after personal terms have been agreed. So, personal terms on the personal level, yes. Not on the literal personal level.
Personal terms on a personal level have been agreed.
Personal terms on the personal level have been personally agreed between the personal people. So there you go. But yeah, as revealed today, €55 million price tag to be discussed, also including add-ons.
So that equates to about 40 million, which is the same as United paying for Varane, which seems mental. But you got to remember that Varane deal was very good. Yeah, that's a fantastic deal.
And obviously the contract was a big aspect of that.
Varane's got 1 year left in his contract. Romero's probably got a 3-year deal.
But I'd say Romero has quality. And I'd say Romero's a quality signing.
But how young is he? Because I know Varane's still, 29 now? Probably younger than that.
Yeah, Romero's pretty young, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'll double check.
I want to say like 26, but...
I will. That's nice, but there you go. Oh no, it didn't put age. He didn't put age in the search. He's 23. That's what I meant. Yeah, I was pretty certain he was relatively young.
10 years there if he does turn out to be a good sign.
Yeah.
And it seems like Davinson Sanchez hasn't worked out there.
100%.
He has so much potential, and it's a shame that he hasn't realised it at Tottenham.
Because he went in, he did play. He's had games where he's played well, but he's so inconsistent. Some games, I always go back to John when he played Man City. You might not have watched it, but he fell over his own feet. He tried to tackle, and he tripped over his own feet.
Didn't you lose heavily that game, like 6-1?
I don't think it was 6-1. I want to say maybe 4-0. But it was last season, and my God, that was when I think I laughed. I didn't even get angry. I just laughed.
It was you that beat United 6-1.
It was.
That happened in the same year that you finished. What?
We lost 6. We lost 4-0 to City and beat United 6-1. That is mental.
In the same year, and also Game 7.
Well, that just sums up that season, wasn't it? It was so weird. It was such a weird season for everyone. But
sometimes on fire, sometimes not. Often not.
I think certainly Sanchez was. Sanchez wasn't great, and I think we didn't have a good season last season. But that's why we need this rebuild. We need to offload the dead wood because for so many years now we've needed to do that.
I know Levy obviously doesn't want to sell him, but it still feels like Harry Kane will leave for Man City.
I'm not sure. I think if he wants to go, let him go, because at the end of the day, he's not going to play to the best of his ability. But if he wants to stay, let him stay. But if he wants to go, I would let him go. I think... To
be fair, though, he did want to leave for Real a few years back. They didn't let him go, and he's still been fantastic since. So
yeah.
He doesn't seem to let his mentality drop, even though he wants to leave.
Yeah, my worry would obviously be he does something that we've seen a couple of players do before. Obviously, Christian Eriksen... did that when he wanted to leave. He kind of just subconsciously didn't really play well, and he got that move. But the issue is obviously he went for so much cheaper than he would have gone if we just sold him during the summer. Yeah, and that's my worry.
If he'd gone to Real rather than going to Inter, it would have been so much different for him and for Tottenham. So
yeah, it would have been so much better for both parties. But yeah, I guess moving back to Romero then, €55 million price tag. Atalanta planning for many options to replace Romero. I believe there's no here we go on that, but there is many different options.
And the fact that Vertonghen looks like he's left. The fact that
Atalanta... Vertonghen left for last season, so... Obviously, Alderweireld looks like he has left. No confirmation from Tottenham as we're recording this, but it probably has been by now, while you're watching this.
You'd imagine one Foyth has to get a go in that team this year because he was.
No, he was signed permanently, which I was very disappointed about.
So
it was like months ago.
Senior centre backs currently at the club is Davinson Sanchez.
He's got to go. Joe Rodon. Is that it? I like Joe Rodon. I think he's got.
Yeah, and you got.
I think he's good.
Young players, but
obviously Tanganga.
Yeah, to be fair, and
but I think he can also play right back. And Carter Vickers.
Obviously, hasn't got the same experience, but he is still a good player.
I swear I've got to be forgetting someone because it really doesn't sound like as many, does it? Doesn't. But I think we are afloat. We've got obviously we've got Eric Dyer.
Gone.
Eric Dyer.
Oh, God.
He played well against Colchester.
Options next season. We've got Eric Dyer, Davinson Sanchez, and Joe Rodon.
I'd back Joe Rodon. I'd back Tanganga.
Here we go.
I wouldn't back Davinson Sanchez though. And Eric Dyer.
Romero though does seem like he could be he's either going to be come in and do what Vertonghen and Alderweireld have done and be fantastic servants for Tottenham, or be what Davinson Sanchez has been in a big flop and a big expensive flop. Because when you look at it and the fact they've spent the same amount of money as United have on Varane, on Cristian Romero, who, don't get me wrong, Atalanta is still a fantastic club, but he certainly does not have the same credentials as Varane.
Yeah, I
know it's.
I think they are risky signings that we're making, but if they pay off, and I think that's the thing.
Yeah,
is that if it pays off, it's going to be such a.
He hasn't got too much Champions League experience. There are concerns there, but these kind of deals are what Tottenham need to do.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah, that's what I meant by kind of like.
Because the same with
them
Gil,
risky transfers, if they pay off, they'd be so big.
Be massive.
And that is the thing. It could be a Sonlight transfer.
And Lamela down the drain.
But Lamela had to be offloaded, which obviously is. And Lamela had to be offloaded at one point or another.
It's a calculated risk.
It is a risk, but as you said, I think it's a risk that we are willing to take clearly, and a risk that we could take.
Smart deal because if he is bad, just goes back next season.
I think that's a good.
If he is good, 15 mil is a very good price for a good keeper.
Yeah, and that'd also mean that he's had 20 caps. So I would say that these deals, I'm very, very happy as a Tottenham fan seeing us make these moves in the transfer market. We haven't seen it for a few seasons now, and we know that we need a rebuild. I said it last season, I might have said it the season before. We needed a rebuild, we needed to offload Deadwood, and that is what we are midway through doing.
That they will end up selling Kane with not long enough left on the window, and they end up.
The rumours are I don't know whether you've heard the rumours, but the rumours are that Kane won't be able to make that first game versus Manchester City because even if he stays at Tottenham, he won't be able to make it because of how much time he's spending on his break.
Really?
That is what the rumours are.
Not playing the opening game of the season.
That's my worry.
He's on holiday.
That doesn't sound right, does it?
That sounds ridiculous.
It doesn't sound right. There's also belief amongst the England camp that Harry Kane would skip training to go to Manchester City. which is another rumour that I've heard. None of this confirmed, obviously. One of the rumours came from the Sun, so I wouldn't believe that rumour. Well, one came from the Sun. Well, both came from the Sun, and then Sky Sports confirmed one of them, and I believe that was the England camp. Sky Sports put out on their website that they would skip training. It would skip training, but obviously that may have been a third-party thing from the Sun. So I think overall, there's still a lot of questions. And there's a lot more to unfold in the transfer window for many clubs, and especially Tottenham. I think there's a lot going on at the moment, and I'm happy to see a rebuild, and I'm just really hoping it turns, it is beneficial to the club, and we don't just because it is kind of make or break. This transfer window is make or break. When you're making that rebuild, a rebuild like this is make or break. It will make our future in the next few years, 5, 6 years maybe, or it will break it, and that's my worry. But it's risky, as you said, it's risky, but it's a risk that we need to take. Otherwise, at the end of the day, if we don't make these risks, we are just going to end up having a season like we did last season, and then a season like we had the season before as well, which is just disappointing.
I still feel that they need a few steady players to just steady the ship a bit. Experienced players to steady the ship a bit. I mean, Højbjerg, he was a good signing.
He was a very good signing. He's probably the best signing that we made last season.
Yeah, there weren't many of them, were there?
There weren't many, unless you want to say Doherty.
He wasn't great.
Which obviously, I
was playing a completely different system. You put a right wing back at right back and it doesn't work.
Exactly. That is one thing under Nuno that I'm quite.
Nuno and Doherty, I think, if they do end
there's no way you can give Doherty the best transfer we made. However, it could work out.
Because they've brought in the coach that made him work.
Exactly.
And if they resort to a 5-back, which Romero would have played at Atalanta under Gasperini, which Davinson Sanchez played during his time at Ajax, and which Joe Roden, I don't know if he's done much in a 3-back, but Tanganga might have.
Tanganga could obviously play as well, left back, right back, or more solid right back. Centre back or right back.
Right centre back could work for him though, and then what? Like Davinson Sanchez left centre back and Romero middle centre back. That's a solid little defence, especially with
as long as Davinson Sanchez doesn't trip over his own feet. We're okay.
Reguilón left wing back, Doherty right wing back. That's a decent defence.
It's a decent defence. I still think
Sanchez could.
And I still
has potential to show.
I would say that I think we will make another centre back signing. Whether that is like first team quality centre back or more of a sub centre back, we will make another centre back signing other than Romero if that Romero deal comes through, which obviously that hasn't been confirmed, but the two ones that have been confirmed, Bryan Gil and Gollini, they're two big moves to Tottenham, and I can't wait, as I said, to see this rebuild unfold. Comment down below what you think about this, whether you're a Tottenham fan or not.
Leave. What do you think? Comment below.
What do you think? But yeah, on that note, we have been recording for a while, so let's finish off today's video. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching today's video. Hopefully you did enjoy. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment down below. Do you think Kane's leaving? Do you think that are you excited as a Tottenham fan, or what do you think about the rebuild if you don't support Tottenham? And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning into another TFC video, and goodbye.